Hi, I'm Amy Gould, and I'm here to talk to you about how Dubsado can help home stagers work less, make more, and wow clients. But first, let me tell you about myself. I'm a systems strategist and certified Dubsado Pro. And before I started my business in 2020, I worked in HR. I actually looked for every opportunity I possibly could to automate the reporting and tasks that I had to do to manage employees in the human resources department. And that actually got me into a project to design and implement a human resources employee management tool. And so I was in the process of doing that when my department was downsized due to COVID and my position was eliminated. Since I didn't really know how to look for a job in a pandemic when no one was interviewing in person, I decided to look for other options and found a course to create your own virtual assistant business. So I decided, times being what they were, that I would start a VA business and see how things went. Well, flash forward a few years, I've done a lot of different things. I worked with a lot of different people in the back ends of their businesses and saw how things worked. And one of the lessons I learned pretty early on was that if you want to work with clients, you need to make sure that you can manage the onboarding process and getting clients booked with ease and in as little time as possible so that you had more time to work on client projects. I mean, it makes sense, right? If you are serving one-on-one clients, you need the time to do that. And so you can't spend all of your time sending emails back and forth to book consultations or onboarding appointments or getting contracts signed or payments done. So I started looking at tools for this. Dubsado was the very first tool that I implemented in my business because the training that I saw on it said it basically did everything I needed it to do. And I was looking at a list of 6 tools I would need or one. And I said, well, I think I'll take the one tool and just go from there. So that's how I got into Dubsado. I eventually decided, upon working with a lot of different people and seeing how much people struggled with automation, that I really wanted to serve clients and help female entrepreneurs to work less, make more, and wow clients by adding automation and systems in their business. A need for it, and I saw how much of a difference it can make in my clients' lives. So I went all in on Dubsado. I became a Dubsado certified strategist, and the rest is history. I've worked with a lot of different creative entrepreneurs, but one of the biggest groups that I've worked with for systems is home stagers and designers. And I love that demographic. I love seeing what systems can do for them. So a couple more bullet points about me. Boring, repetitive tasks that I can automate make me crazy, and systems and automation are my love language. So let's get into what some of the struggles that I've seen from the home stagers that I've worked with are when it comes to managing their business. And I think that you can all relate. The biggest problem is that you're out of the office quite a bit. You're out on site doing consultations, making plans for what you're going to need for that home staging project. And then there's destaging and all the other things. I'm sure you're out doing some purchasing as well for new items to use in your stages and managing the warehouse and the team. There's just a lot of directions that you're pulled. And so that takes you away from your desk and your inbox and managing leads and all the things. And here's what I know. Sales are won and lost in the speed of the follow-up. The longer it takes to follow up with someone, the less likely you are to land that client because they may have already gone on to ask someone else. So the faster you can follow up, the more likely you're going to get the sale. And I've also seen that creating proposals and filling in contracts takes so much time. People are creating proposals from scratch, copying and pasting information into contracts, which makes my head hurt. And all of that takes a lot of time out of your day. You already got long days. You don't want to add to them. and your sales numbers aren't what you'd like because of the length of time it takes to follow up with clients, and how the whole process works. People fall through the funnel and get out of your world, and you want to close more of those sales. And a lot of you feel like client experience just isn't what you would like it to be. Or if it is, you're spending hours playing catch up when you're back in the office, sending emails and following up with leads and clients and doing all the things that you need to do on the back end to make that client experience what you want it to be. Again, manually following up with clients takes a lot of extra time, writing all of those individualized emails, tracking past due payments, sending appointment reminders or confirmations, letting clients know that their home is staged or destaged. All of that takes extra time. So here's what you need to do. You really need a CRM. Now, what is a CRM? A CRM is a client relationship management software. It's a tool that helps you to keep all of your client information, contact information, project information, emails, forms, contracts, invoices, proposals, and everything in one place. It helps you templatize everything so you can speed up your processes and spend less time doing them. It makes it super easy to automate your client experience and communications so you can respond to leads and get away from the computer and get back to running your business. Now, there are a lot of CRMs out there. I'm not here to tell you about all the different ones today. That's an entirely different webinar. Today, I'm just going to talk about Dubsado because I know Dubsado. I've spent at least 3 or 4 years working in the system and helping clients set it up. So I've definitely seen how it works for home stagers, and we're going to get into that today. How can Dubsado help you? It can automate your lead follow-up so clients move on to booking much quicker. Now, I'm going to show you how this looks in a second, but basically it allows you to put a lead capture form or a scheduler or even a proposal that allows clients to select what they'd like and book right from your website. All of those can be put right on your website, and it allows clients to initiate that first contact with you, and it allows you to apply automation so that you can follow up with them much quicker. It also allows you to showcase your work and your branding so clients get excited to work with you. One of the features I absolutely love about Dubsado is that you can fully customize all of your forms with your branding. You can build them basically however you like. And what I love to do with my home staging clients is to make sure to include a lot of pictures or testimonials and anything like that that's going to really showcase your work and get clients excited to move forward with you. What I love about these proposals is that you can create it once and send it repeatedly. You don't have to recreate it every single time for every project. And that means you can send a proposal in 15 minutes instead of 2 or 3 hours, depending on how much design work you're doing on your end. It also allows you to auto-fill the information into your contracts so that you don't have to sit there and manually copy and paste the information into your contract. It's auto-populated into the contract for you, and that saves you so much time. I have talked to so many home stagers who are doing that. I don't know how they do it. I don't know how they find the time. They're paying a VA to do it for them, and that's more money out of your pocket. So that's a great time savings for you if you implement a system like this. You can automate your payment reminders and appointment confirmations and reminders. I love these features of Dubsado. I love setting up those payment reminders so that when that payment is coming due, you're sending a notification to let the client know, hey, this payment is coming due, or it's due today, or it's past due, and you don't have to touch a thing for that to happen, which is awesome. It basically makes Dubsado your bill collector. And I also love the appointment confirmations and reminders because even if you don't send the scheduler to the client, you can book the appointment for the client and they'll get a confirmation email that their appointment has been scheduled, like for instance, their staging day, and they'll get reminder emails. Now, with staging, what I love to do with the reminder emails is send at least 2, usually one about a week ahead of time, reminding them all the things that need to happen in the home for you to be there and stage their home. Like the HVAC has to be on and the water and the electric has to be connected. No pets or people in the house, all of those types of things. It also gives you an opportunity to let them know, hey, this is the lockbox code we've got for the house. Is this still the same? So you're not showing up on the day of staging and finding out that the lockbox code has been changed and then having to wait for someone to get back to you with the code that it is. It allows you to easily let clients know when homes have been staged or destaged so that they know that you're thinking about them and that they can get photos done or all of those things. It also allows you to keep client and project information, forms, emails, payments, and contracts in one place. And I love that because so many of my clients have information all over the place. It's in the project management tool. It's in a Google spreadsheet. It's in DocuSign. It's in the payment processor. There's all these places they have to look for information and things. And Dubsado puts it in one easy to look at page. And let's take a look at what that looks like. Okay, so let's take a look at Dubsado and what it looks like in the back end for a project. This is a test project in my demo account here. And you can see inside of this test project, when I log in, I can see the project start date and set it from here. So if I was staging today, I could set it as 2/8, and then the end date would be 30 days later, which is a great feature here for automation. I can add tags for different types of services. Those obviously aren't home staging tags. I can change the project status. And then I can also collect specialized information for home stagers. I frequently use the custom mapped fields for collecting information like lockbox code or other security codes. Contract length is another frequently used one, and lease end date. And these are great for filling in information in contracts and things like that. Then you can see here any emails that have been sent back and forth between myself and the client, any invoices. Obviously, I was doing a wedding demo here before, so this is not really like a home staging invoice here, but you get the idea. It also would show me if a payment had been made and what payment plan had been applied. I can see any forms, proposals, questionnaires, etc. that have been sent. I can see the contract up here, and if it's been sent, it says it needs sending. And then once it's signed, it would say signed here. So I can also open it up and preview the contract to see what it looks like. I can edit it so I can create a custom contract from here. I can send appointment schedulers if I want to send a calendar to someone for them to be able to book, or I can open it up right from here and schedule an appointment for the client, and then they'll get a confirmation and a reminder. I can see what workflows have been applied, any tasks that are assigned to me or anyone else. I can also see notes, and I love this section here in Dubsado because I can see what activity has been done on this project. I can see any notes that I've made about the project. I can see also any call logs. So if you want to track notes about phone calls that have happened, you could track them in here as well. So that's a quick look at the project view inside of Dubsado and how it helps keep everything in one place. So we've talked about how Dubsado can help. And one of the questions I frequently get asked is, what about Stageforce? Bottom line up front, Stageforce is an awesome tool. It's great at a lot of things, but currently it doesn't have the same kinds of things that Dubsado has. So in my opinion, Dubsado is great at handling the part of your client experience from the lead through sale and onboard. Stageforce is perfectly built to pick it up and run from there with managing the nuts and bolts of the staging process, managing your team, managing your inventory, all of those things. Stageforce is fantastic for that. but it doesn't have some of the capability that Dubsado has for that initial contact, the automatic follow-ups, the proposals and contracts and those types of things. This year, they're looking at bringing on proposals and automated client emails. Those are some of the features that Dubsado already has, and I don't know at this point what they're going to look like or how they're going to function. So I can't speak to that. In a few months, this video might need to be edited and I'll have to come out with a new video. But right now, to my knowledge, Stageforce just doesn't have some of those capabilities. They do offer a really cool feature that allows you to manage communications between multiple parties that are often involved in a home staging project, from builder to realtor to homeowner. Sometimes that can get really complicated in Dubsado, and that might be where we would want to look at your business and how your business operates and possibly tweak the workflows and the automation and which tool takes over when. But for now, and in general, I'm saying Dubsado is great for handling the clients from lead through onboarding. And then once you get them onboarded, that's where Stageforce is great to take over. So we talked about Dubsado and how it can help you simplify your client management, from saying goodbye to the stress of manual client management and allowing Dubsado to do the heavy lifting for you, creating that seamless client experience from initial inquiry to final payment, and definitely speeding up your response time and making it super easy for clients to book with you. We talked about customizable workflows and how you can customize them to fit the unique needs of your home staging business. The time-saving features like templates, automatic follow-ups, appointment scheduling, and payment reminders. All of these are awesome features. In my opinion, no software is right for any one business, even any one type of business like home staging. You need to investigate the options, understand your business needs, and weigh the pros and cons of each software against that list. This is where I come in. If you'd like help with that, I offer system strategy sessions where we sit down, do a deep dive on your business, where things are getting hung up, and how you do business. And then I make recommendations on the software that are the best fit. You can implement those systems yourself, or you can get my help to do it for you. So if you're interested in that, make sure to click on the link below and book a free 15-minute strategy session with me where we can that option and how I can help you to work less, make more, and wow clients. Until next time, have an awesome day, and I look forward to talking to you soon.